Yo, this is Adam Reverie. We in Detroit City, and this is Theorematic.
Well, if I keep it honest, dog, y'all make me vomit. Word on the street is I'm Detroit's comment. What I see in you, pregnant chihuahua. Rappers full of clones, and she a whorish mama. Grown men crying about this.
I actually chose to be a songwriter first. I was at Clark Atlanta University, and a friend of mine, I was singing some melodies throughout the dorm, and he was like, man, maybe you should take it serious. So long story short, I started writing songs, R&B songs. I would actually sing the hooks for rappers. And then I think that was 2005, I started doing that. Then 4 years later, I had a girlfriend at the time that heard me referencing raps so I could get the hooks, and she was like, yo, maybe you should do both. You sound better than the guys you writing the hooks for. And after that, the rest was history. I kept perfecting my craft until, I felt I sounded like a rapper. And then rap allowed me to say more than R&B, it just allowed me to say a whole lot more. So that's how I got started.
This beat too slow for the trap, man, let's just keep it real. And it ain't laced with hi-hats that make you shake your head. But it's equipped with these raps and lyrics you can feel.
All right, so the project I released, I think it was in August of last year, it's called Soul Ties. And I just wrote it for God and just me. Dealing with women, man, was like, man, I want to be through with this. I'm gonna make it. I was scared to release it, but I was like, man, God over anybody. So I released it, and it was just almost like a blessing because when I decided to go through with it, it was like sway in the morning and I'm coming to Detroit. And I performed well there, and then things just opened up the door. Metro Times did an article on my performance. They did an article on my album, on that EP, Soul Ties, and it was like, it's really like a gospel project, to be honest, but it's my most successful project to date, and it has people's eyes on it. I think a lot of men was going through the same thing I was, dealing with a lot of women, just wanted to break the habit. And so Soul Ties, man, yeah, it has me under the lens, but I like that.
That holds me down, it's the government that holds me down. Maybe, it's just me.
I had this project called the West Side Red Project, and it was live, man. It was moving. It was doing real successful for me, but it had the cursing in it, and I was like, man, I don't really want to, that ain't what I want to do. I want everybody to hear my message, and a few trash words that turn somebody off. I want somebody 60 years old all the way down to a 10-year-old, 11, that could take the message, indulge it, embrace the message. And so I just stopped pushing it. I took it down off of anything that I promoted. I mean, it's out there, but I don't promote it at all. I wasn't raised in the church. I just know how generations before me, when they hear music, it's a stigma on hip hop, I can't listen to it because of the curse words. And so my father was one of those people that man, I don't want you saying nigga, I don't want you saying those things. I was like, Pop, when I get a big enough fan base, my promise to you is to stop. My pop, the guy's life in prison. And if I can get that to him, who raised me, that's nothing. But I kept my word. I said once my base got big enough, I'm gonna stop. So my base got big enough to where I felt it was like, okay, I'm releasing songs, I'm seeing thousands of plays. Pop, I'm done. So that was a major part of me deciding to do it too.
Oh, the evil plans you devise won't be the less stressful life. Oh, they die.
I've always did it that way because economically it was cheaper. I'm not gonna pay you however much an hour when I can buy the equipment, take as much time as I want with my art, and just send it off to you to mix and master. So I've always done it in-house, and yes, I'm continuing to do everything in-house. I fund everything myself until however God sends it. Whether it's the major sounds right, or I had that break independently where people like, yo, word of mouth. So yeah, everything's in-house for me.
Stress you out. If I was younger, me and the homies would have stressed you out. But as a grown man, that's when you learn what prayer's about. Just make the music, give the rest.
So Passion has been my promotional single as far as, because the album is a conscious album. And I know how the industry works. Hip hop will let you dance and shake and make your party songs and get away with it. As soon as you say, hey, you saying something, now we listening. We really want to, okay, let's see if you're really nice. So I released Passion as a promotional single to show my skill as an MC. But the album is black centered. My views as a black man, but it's different. It's different. It touches a lot of things in the black community. It's not a, hey, let's beat up on white people, we getting killed. I talk about that because that's real being a black man, but I talk about some of the issues within our community, things that we don't want to talk about, things that we don't address. I talk about interracial relationships. I talk about how does it feel to be a white fan in hip hop. You know, so it covers a lot of things. I'm very proud of the project. I've been sitting on it 2 years. I couldn't afford to get a mix and master, how we say doing everything yourself. But I waited, got the sound crisp, and this year I'll be ready to press the button for sure.
Want me, want my number, want my love, and I'ma give it, hey. When you got eyes like that, you keep your mind stress-free, ain't no turning back.
I think Detroit is looking for, Detroit has always, it's a very tough city, so they're looking for somebody that's gonna stand some ground and no matter what they do. As far as wanting them to be on, that would be a blessing, but I know my city, right? So how can I be mad at you for what your mindset? If you look at Detroit, let's talk about some social economics. Let's talk about it from a political standpoint, from an economic standpoint. Our neighborhoods, people not playing Kendrick, they not playing J. Cole. Like in the times when y'all grew up, the hood was playing a Jay-Z, a Nas. That's not what they're playing. So how you gonna be mad at a person for where they are? So you make that music so when they do get to the place you are, that music is there for them. They can come back. That's why you make a music that's timeless. You always make it from the heart, because anything from the heart is gonna be timeless. So when these people grow, Lord willing, they make it to a place in their life where they say, hey man, I need something new, something to listen to. I'm not in that place in my life, and that's how I make music, because Detroit's gonna get behind you once you get there. We've seen it happen, like you say, Big Sean, but I can't be mad at the people for they have. In the trap, they're not gonna play an Adam Reverie. I understand that. But brother, when you get to that point and you say enough is enough, here, take this Adam Reverie. I've been making this for you, I just been waiting for you. And that's how I feel, and that's why I love my city. I don't get mad at how it's set up. It's been like this for years. But when I get there, I'm gonna change some things. I'll reach out to put people that I know that have the talent to create that Motown sound, which is just a great music. So no, they get on when they ready. I love my city. What if I keep it honest, dog? Y'all make me vomit. Word on the street is I'm Detroit's common. What I see in you, pregnant chihuahua. Rappers full of clones and she a whorish mama. Grown men crying about designer, cause they never could quite designer. Plan to get their music poppin', too focused on buying whack designers. I am coming, running, gunning, never frontin'. You gon' love it, this I know. Your favorite rapper, this is favorite rapper with his favorite rapper stolen flow. And you know it's still promoted.